What's going on, guys? All right, repeat back here again for another edition of the NNR No Name Racing Series. Tonight, I've actually got the distinguished pleasure of actually carrying the broadcast for our Cup guys. HD's experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty with the equipment, so he's going to be right here with me, and we're not going to miss out on any of his antics or sayings or anything like that. He's just as ready as I am to get this thing rolling. And HD, I'm glad that we're still able to get this stream, and glad we got this. You've been able to help me get my OBS and everything up and running, so we can still work on this together. How you feeling tonight, bud?
Well, other than my stream not working at all, basically, they say, not too bad, man. I'm happy to be back here at NNR again, calling this Bristol race. Nonetheless, it's going to be an exciting race out here. Short track, the Coliseum, baby. It's going to be a lot of battles. It's going to be a fun one.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. The trucks, they had their issues. The Xfinity was better. We saw an exciting finish there where your buddy, and mine too, Carroll, was able to get it done, got it to victory lane with JCX 12 and Smitty right in tow. The battle for the top 5 was phenomenal as they really got down to it. Trucks, they had quite a few cautions, but there's a lot of new guys that have come up through watching your stream and watching my stream, kind of getting their feet wet in NNR. Not only that, you put 36 or 35 trucks on Bristol, you're gonna have problems. So it was kind of to be expected, but the admins, they did the right thing. They got them settled down. The second and third stage after the single file restarts, they really started to work out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Cup guys. Got 30 cars on track tonight. It's going to be a good time. Now with Carroll winning the Xfinity and Soroka winning the trucks, who do you pick for the night?
I'll take Carroll, man. Carroll's my pick. He won the Xfinity race, if I'm not mistaken. How could I not go with Carroll? This is Carroll's best track. This is his favorite track. He's going to go out here, and I think he can get it done.
Oh, I absolutely believe that he can get it done also. And I asked him in his post-race interview, what, if anything, are you going to be able to carry over to your Cup car on Thursday night? And he said this was my Cup setup. So if he was able to get it done right there, I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be able to get it done tonight as well. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up their stream, see how far along they are in qualifying. And it looks like right now they are looks like they've got about 28 cars. So HE, something I've started with the truck guys and the Xfinity is I've been able to bring the Anthem back to NNR. I told you a while back that I had reached out to a band called Madison Rising. They gave us permission to go ahead and fire off their video. So, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as Madison Rising gives us our national anthem. All right, guys, thank you very much again. Thank you very much, Madison Rising, for allowing us to use your national anthem. I absolutely appreciate it. I've still got their information up on the top of your screen. Again, big thanks. Definitely appreciate it. I can't state it enough. But fellas, I'm telling you, these boys, they are done qualifying. They're getting ready to get out on a track. As soon as we got some poll information, which I think it was going to be, I think it might have been Soroka. So he might be going from the trucks, from the checkered flags in the trucks to seeing the green first here in Cup. That just goes to show how much he's actually impressed the Cup guys. But let's go ahead and get some Cup Series points rolling. Get our NNR information back on screen here. And let's see. HD, you still got me, sir?
Oh, I got you, buddy. How's it going?
I'm going, man. I'm glad that we're gonna be able to get this rolling here soon. Striker's already in chat saying, "Let's get it, fellas." He had a pretty good 71 and a 71 truck and a Ford car earlier this week. So looking to see how Striker's doing. Striker's actually in a new ride. He's going to be piloting the 19 Sirius XM Bass Pro car for Dirty Air Motorsports. Another new guy being brought in was Moordog. Moordog is going to be running a custom 5 car, also with Dirty Air Motorsports. So over the last few weeks, Coey's actually got quite a bit of change with his teammates, bringing in Striker, bringing in Moordog, bringing in Rowdy. He's still got Kamal, he's still got Knights. So that team has gone through a bit of change here lately. But man, that team's starting to look like a bit of a powerhouse now.
Oh yeah, I mean, talking about like Moordog. Yeah, Moordog was in the Pro League, so that's definitely going to be a good ad. And then Kamal's a hell of a guy. We know he can race, as well as invites are out right now. Carol's sending them. Should be ready to go to jump in. Again, if you're joining in, my stream took a poo-poo. For some reason, it does not want to work. Oh wait, I gotta back out. I had literally like 2 seconds.
I will.
Be good. Should be good now, buddy.
All right.
Yeah. We good.
All right. Yep. I am loading in. So, guys, that all that timing worked out. You should see our league information on the top of your screen. You see the current top 16 in points scrolling at the bottom. Just like in HD's YouTube channel, the chat for this is up, and man, let us know what you're thinking. Ask any questions. We're here for you. There was recently a follow, CE Prater 1989. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you're here catching up with us tonight. It's going to be a great race tonight here from Thunder Valley.
Oh, it's gonna be an excellent race. I mean, woo! I'm excited to get out of here, Pete. The Coliseum, man.
Look, fellas.
Yeah. I mean, the last great Coliseum, Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor, however you want to say this. This is it's a bucket list track, HD. A lot of people really want to try to get here at some point, if only once in your life, just get here. Dale Jr. talks about this place all the time, how this is the place to go. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Bill's World, part of Team J-Pod checking in. So is Exodus Maverick, part of the J-Pod Army or J-Pod Posse, whatever you want to say. But looks like your boy in the 20s, CGMX Rose. He's going to be starting off on pole tonight with I think that's.
Back to the regular rules?
Tap.
Did they go back to the rules again? They're doing the pace lap.
They're running 2 pace laps because it's a short track.
And then are they doing pace laps after that, or is it just green?
Nope. Just these pace laps after this. For any stage breaks, they go right back to green.
Alright, I got this. to give us time to get here. But yeah, CJ Max Rose right here, the young gun on the pole position. We got the 47 on the outside of him. Tell you what, broadcasting a couple leagues now definitely gets my numbers confused, but green flag should be getting ready to go in there. If not, next time. Oh no, green flag's in there now. CJ Max Rose with a hell of a jump. He needs to get out the line. 47 is going to follow behind him.
Yeah, 47 is going to run behind him. 47 looked like he might have got a little bit of a jump on the restart, but wisely backed it down before the start finish line. Got in behind the 20, and it looks like got the 11 of Ingalls right there in third, and then I'm not quite sure who's sitting in fourth. I think that might be the 37 of Boehner, if I'm not mistaken.
That's why I told you much right.
There we go. All right. Let's see.
So yeah, that's actually Sledgehammer there in the 47. I thought that was him. I just wanted to mispronounce the last name, but yeah, that's Sledgehammer in the 47 right now, trying to battle to the outside of the 20 of CJ Max Rose. There's that 11 car of Ingalls. You know he's gonna be strong. And there is that 47 taking the race lead here at Bristol where we are.
Yeah, he powered his way right by, like you say, a power move. It's still early, fresh tires, gotta go. We'll have to see who's really built for the long run here. And these guys have been practicing Bristol since the end of the Roval last week, trying to make sure that as they come up 2 and they're coming off of 4, that their cars aren't going to break loose. The Cup guys are well known for going all green here at Bristol. So it's going to be a great race. Rowdy's saying he can barely hear you. Let me go ahead and just turn you up just a little bit here. All right, that should be better.
Tested 1, 2, 3. Do we got a copy, Rowdy?
All right, and let's see. Gonna keep on going. All right. Rowdy, is that better now? You're saying I sound like I'm talking through a tunnel. I don't know why all of a sudden. I think it's your connection living up there in Russia. I don't think it's us, but all right. Going to keep going through the field here. Speaking of the 5 of Mordog, I mentioned earlier that he's now joining the ranks of NNR. He's going to be running a custom 5 scheme all season long. Like you mentioned before, he's a pro league. He's the 5 for Hendrick Motorsports Gaming in that series, just like you. You drove for Levine Family Gaming. There was Junior Motorsports. I mean, there were Stuart Haas Gaming. There were all kinds of big teams that got involved. Glad to see it. Glad to hear it. Glad to know that a lot of people are already talking about season 2. But man, these guys so far, they're clean, they're green, they're starting to get spaced out a little bit. Are you seeing any comers?
Well, a little surprise for me is actually CJ Max Rose. He's dropped back to 4th place after getting that race lead from the jump. I kind of expect him to say, "See ya later, alligator, don't want to be ya." But for me, it's that 47 of Sledgehammer out here, just dominating. He's got about a 10-car length lead on the 11 of Ingalls at the moment.
Yeah, CJ Max Rose and Ingalls, they've been quite the duo here so far this year. Let me see. I'm not quite sure. Bill, does it sound any better now? Here, let me actually turn myself down here just a little bit, see if that helps. Let me know if that's any better, please. All right, but I'm going to keep going through the field. See the 2 of Stout Whiskey looking underneath the 8 of Smitty, and there's the 95 of James Kamal. And HD Kamal's actually rocking your paint scheme tonight, bud. He's got your HD 95 HD Motorsports 95 on the left quarter panel. He's got the bear on the right rear, looking pretty good. As Carroll's now giving the 8 of Smitty a little bit of a contest behind the 2 and the 48. So Carroll's starting to move his way up through the field.
Yeah, I will say that 95 does look beautiful there. He's battling on the inside of the 62. And Pete, they're currently 2x2 coming out into turn 1 with Stout Whiskey in that 2-car right on his bumper.
Yeah, Stout Whiskey's there. It looks like the 48 of the Aviator actually got a little bit of wall contact that kind of slowed up the 8 of Augustus. And here comes the 21 of JCX12. He's going to try to get the low line underneath that 8. Again, JCX12 had a great finish here in the Xfinity car the other night. He finished P2 right behind Carroll. And then, here we are talking about the 8, and basically those 3 nose to tail again. It's pretty good. Not too bad so far.
No, they're all running pretty good. I mean, all of them, honestly. As we get back up here to that race leader, to 47, a Sledgehammer. Trying to find them. Good Lord, it's so hard to scroll for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We need an easy button.
we need something. But I wonder if this is one of those things where maybe Sledge might have a little looser setup to begin with compared to like CJ Rose or the guys behind them. Only time will tell as we're closing in. We're only about 10, 15 laps in so far. Got 250 laps, Pete.
Yeah, 250 laps. And you talk about the lead that Sledgehammer has right now over the 38. He just crossed the start-finish line. He's going into 1 and 2, and there is nobody but second place anywhere close to him, which means he's going to start catching the tail end of this field here pretty quick. I mean, he's got the tail end of the field going into 1 and 2 as he's at the start-finish line. So if he is on a looser setup, if this is green, you can go just about the full distance of the first stage on 1 tank of gas. But that right front tire is a completely different possibility. I ran a test race with these guys. Thank you very much, Bills. I appreciate the follow, sir. I ran a test race with a bunch of these guys, and my right front was under 10%, and I had like 3 laps left of fuel left in the tank, so they can make it. But it's going to be interesting to see whether they're able to hold on to it for that entire first run before they get in and tighten it up or do anything else.
Yeah, I'm currently watching this battle with the 62 of Soroka, 2 of Stout Whiskey. We got the 4 of Natty Dread, if I'm not mistaken. Soroka's currently under Stout Whiskey here, coming down a front stretch into turn 1, but Stout Whiskey's holding strong on the outside, and they're touching doors down the back stretch yet again into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, the 262 side by side, like you said, the 4 of Natty Dread kind of giving a little bit of a push to that 62 going into the corner. Looks like Natty or Stout Whiskey might be able to roll the center just a little bit better than the 62 can, but the 62 is no slouch. Him and Jelly Roll they've put in hours upon hours of track and practice time to get these cars right. When they hit the track, they're ready to roll.
Man, they're doing. I mean, it's showing right here the hours that they're putting in. I mean, they're putting it down on some of the best default drivers out there in the game right now, and they're running top 5, top 10. Here's Soroka trying to chase down that 5 of Mordog as he's got a line of cars in front of him.
Yeah, Mordog, he actually fared really, really well in the truck series. That's actually why Coe brought him straight up into Cup. As you see the 9 car of Carroll and the 48 make contact and actually kind of put the 9 up into the wall, and it looks like we are going to be under our first caution, HD.
Yeah, first caution of the night. But so far, Pete, the race has been good. I think the story is now who's going to get their setups in. Everybody should get the full setup in under this caution. Only time will tell on who's going to be able to be the fastest after that.
Yeah, it's going to be, now, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted by something that Rowdy just said. He said for some reason he was able to hear him more in my mic. I don't know why that was, but so hopefully...
do you have a stream on?
Yeah,
that's probably what it is.
Right. Let me go ahead and mute his stream.
Drop it to the back.
Or it's Rowdy missing him more so much. But here we are, the 47 of Sledgehammer green flags getting ready to go in the air here yet again at Bristol Motor Speedway as they go down into turn 1. Sledgehammer on the inside, CJ Max Rose on the outside, followed by an 11 of Ingalls.
Yeah, 11 of Ingalls, and there's, you know what, Boehner sent me a tweet earlier saying, hey, if you see my car up front, it's not because I've got a lap down. I mistaken that earlier, and yeah, he was up front, he was running like P2, P3, and I'm thinking that the leader has already passed and lapped him, but nope, he was running up there, had a real strong car, and it looks like he's got a strong car again as he runs right in front of the 5 car of Moordog. So Boehner, I apologize for the other night. Glad to see you're running strong tonight, but right now the 20's got control of this field. He's got nothing but clean air. It'll be a little bit before he catches, you know, the guys running tail end Charlie, but it looks like the top 4 are kind of separating themselves from the rest of the pack, HD.
Yeah, CJ Max Rose now after that pit stop's got the race lead. He was on the outside of the 47 of Sledgehammer, pulled a straight power move up there in turns 1 and 2, but Sledgehammer still holding on strong there in P2. Right behind Sledgehammer, though, is going to be that 30, I think 6, a Boehner, like you just said. 5 of Moordog running top 4. That's pretty impressive, man. Moordog used to run default, right, with the custom setups. Been running custom setups for a while, but here he is. Second race back into default racing, running top 5 in NNR Cup. Yeah,
NNR Cup, right up, like you just said, among the best in default, hands down. You know, kind of another testament as to why he belongs in that in the pro league, just like you. Anytime you run practice races with us, or just practice sessions during the week, you're always fast. Looks like Mrs. Jacoby's kind of checking into the stream. Thank you very much for checking us out. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Keep going through. Looks like the 5 Moordog's going to give a little bit of a battle. There we go. I'll get it out one of these days. To that 36 of Boehner. They're going to run side by side right behind the 47.
Yeah, that's going to, oh, there's Moordog putting a little power move down into turn 3. Drove that thing in there, 2 wheels clear. Coming off down the backstretch. 36 of Boehner is going to follow him, though, in turns 3 and 4. I think you might want to play a little bit smart. Maybe save his tires a little longer before he makes some move like that.
Yeah, either that or he just completely outbrake the 36. You know, let it really get into the excuse me, let it really get into the corner and make Boehner kind of check up, because if he dives in and keeps it up high and Boehner needs that top line to really run off, the 5 is going to have that line every corner. So it could have just been some great thinking by the 5 of Moordog, as he's going to go ahead and get right on by that 47 as well. So bring the 5 of Moordog up to P2 in only his 2nd race in NNR. Great run so far by this 5.
Yeah, he set that up perfectly. I don't know if it's so much maybe the 47s just try to drop back. He was running that low line, but that allowed Moordog, and you just saw right there how dominant the high side actually is at Bristol Motor Speedway. Moordog gets up to that wall, arced that baby beautiful, and before they ran out of turn 4, he was well clear of the 47 of Sledgehammer.
Yeah, well clear of him, and that looks like he was actually able to bring the 36 of Boehner by with him, as I'm actually watching the battle ahead of the 95 of Kamal. He's got the 62 of Soroka right in front of him, and then the 47, 36, and the 5. So all these guys, they're really trying to track back down the 20 of CJMX Rose. I keep wanting to say Ingalls, even though we're like 8 races in already. Man, I still have that 11 stuck in my head. Master Killer, what's going on? Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Again, just a little quick recap. HG's having problems with the stream on my end of the things. My Elgato was not picking up at all, as a 36 of Boehner gets loose out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Hard into the wall there, Pete. Shouldn't bring out a caution as long as he stays down off the racing surface, as we do stay green. Boehner losing a ton of positions.
Yeah, tough break for the guy. He's definitely running strong. Might have just clipped the apron a little bit. It looks like we are going to have a wreck going into 3 and 4. And as I'm on the camera with the 22 with J-Pod, this caution was just brought out.
Yeah, I mean, that may have been like a just kind of like a domino effect. What happened there with Boehner? Maybe it checked someone up, and it just called everybody just a little big check left.
Yep, it's definitely possible. I'm going to see if I can get us a lap count as they get back to green. Looks like HD. I'm kind of curious. Carroll Stream is saying 193 laps to go. I wonder if Coe maybe forgot to put stages on. I'm really going to have
Well, between my stream, Cody's getting to put stages on. You're sounding like you're in a tunnel. This night has started off pretty dang well. But you know who's it start off with? Well, that 20, the 5, and the 47. The 5's been quickly working his way up through the field. Here he is sitting P2 on the outside of CGMX Rose as they go down into turn 3.
Yep, and actually, as Carroll Stream showed me a little bit later on, they are running stages. There's 2 to go. So right now, this pass that Mordog is trying to make on the 20, this is for the stage win. So the 5, starting this late in the season, he really needs to get as many points as he can. He's going to have a great run off that high side, and it is going to be a photo finish for top points in stage 1.
That.
I have no idea.
Know. I have no clue. What a finish there for stage 1, for that stage points, and important, that 1 playoff point as well. That could come very handy as this thing comes down to the wire, as we're starting to work our way through about halfway through the season.
Yeah, it's man, I don't know who that was. It was side by side. Mordog was making a big big charge on the outside. Rose was really holding his line on the inside. That was a great battle. We'll have to see how that all pans out later on. Master Killer, I did see the conversations that were being had in chat about the Cup Series and Xfinity and Truck Series, about the drivers, intermingling between all. But that has no effect on tonight's race right now. We'll talk about that once we get to Richmond next week in the Truck Series. As we get back to the 20, it looks like the 20 did pit right there. So him and Mordog, while they had that great battle, I almost wonder if they didn't start stage 2 with the old tires.
They definitely pitted there because he's well way in the back-to-back. I think some of these guys, about 6 to 7 of them who did pit, are playing the strategy game. But honestly, I like the idea from the 5, from the 20, pit, get your tires. Yeah, it's about 2 laps, difference, but that may come into effect. Give it about 15, 20 laps. I guarantee you see this 20 to 5 of Mordog working their way up through the back.
Oh, yeah. The 20, the 5, the 95, the 62, the 36 of Boehner, all those guys. As I'm actually watching a battle right now between the 43 of Jose 720 and the 20 of CGMX Rose. The 43 of Jose actually sent out a tweet earlier to the NNR on Twitter that he was going to actually have to take a break from NNR until May due to, I'm not sure if it was work change or what, but Jose, when all that's done and you're ready to come back, I'm sure there'll be a spot for you somewhere, and anybody would be willing to pick you back up as their teammate when that time comes. So good luck with whatever you've got going on. Please be sure to check in when you can. But yeah, we'll see you then, buddy.
Oh yeah, Jose, man, he's class to the field. I love Jose, man. He's I say it every time I mention him. Cleanest driver out there, well known, well fast, and we hate to see him go, but definitely probably a good opportunity.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that he would just give it up for something. But we all know this is still we take this pretty seriously at times, but it's still a game as we see a caution come out, and the 36 of Boehner right there was actually in the lead with the 62 of Soroka not too far behind him. So again, a couple of guys really showing these Cup guys that have been around for a couple of years saying, hey, we belong here too.
Oh, well, they definitely, I mean, they're out here showing it. I mean, I think the most impressive one so far, though, has got to be the 5 of Mordog. And the 47 of Sledgehammer, man. I know Sledge is like, man, you don't talk about me enough. Well, man, you got to run up here front. He's going to get talked about. And here he is, NNR, baby. He led about almost a full first stage. He's doing a hell of a job.
Oh yeah, that was a great battle to the line between Mordog and Rose. So I'm looking to see how they're going to be able to work their way through the field as we get back to green. I'm not quite sure what that caution was for, but 36 and Mordog are actually going to bring them to the line with the 95 of Kamal and the 48 of Aviator not too far behind.
Yeah, as they file down in the turn, let me try and get back up towards the front here. I got to scroll through about 35 people before I get to the right spot. Here we are. Here's the 4 of Natty Dread. We're going to ride on him as the 5 of Mordog slides out to the race lead. A little bit of pressure now down low from that 36 of Boehner. But Mordog on the high side is going to get a huge run down the front stretch. Should clear him by ease. Caution's out yet again.
Yeah, another caution. Looking... whatever the issue was clear in the back behind the 2 of Stout Whiskey, as I see him trailing the 11 of Ingalls and 22 of J-Pop. Let's see here. Work my way back up to the front. I'll find that 5 of Mordog since he was just having that great battle.
Well, Mordog actually should be pretty good once this thing cycles through because he qualified, I think, top 10, so he shouldn't be too hard to find once we restart. But CJMX Rose sitting around 10th place. Yep, here he is. Just click the A button about 5 times. You'll be right on him as we're about to go green yet again at Bristol Pete. Boehner on the outside of him, followed by, there's that 48 of the Aviator. Down low, though, looks like that 21 car, a JCX-12, sitting there P3.
Yeah, JCX-12 must have had to do a little bit of quick maneuvering. I actually just saw him pop back online, so I'm guessing he had an issue with his party chat or Xbox or whatever. I don't know, but somehow he's.
Oh, I don't know who it is. If it is JCX, but he got loose out of turn 2, down the back stretch, able to save it. But good Lord, they're 4 wide back there for a moment.
Yeah, 4 wide. I'm on the 47 right now. As Sledgehammer, you were just talking, saying, you know, he got a hold of you saying, hey, you don't talk about me enough. Well, here you go, Sledgehammer. I see you right behind the 8 car of Fort Smith. You got the 88 of Dohart to your outside. There's the 20 of Ingalls. I'm sorry, CGMX Rose right in front of you guys, and then the 48 of Aviator. So you got a great battle on your hands. Let's see how well you're able to work your way up through the field.
I think he's doing a good job, man. I mean, so far he showed he's got a fast car at Bristol. And Bristol's a driver's track, so it's good to see that here. See cars to be able to do good. But yeah, Mordog right now, actually currently sitting P2 as the banner passed him. I missed that. So Banner's up in P1. He said it to you, Pete. He said, hey, you see me up front, I'm not getting lapped. Well, here he is showing why. Banner, you're a race leader.
Yeah, Banner, your race leader. The 5 car of Mordog. And I think behind him, the 4, a Natty Dread. Natty called the truck race with me on Sunday, and I asked him, do you think there's anything that you'd be able to pick up or what you saw from the race tonight that will help you on Thursday night when you get into your Cup car? He says, I really don't know. The Cup cars and the trucks are very different. The trucks have they're a little bit more sensitive than the Cup cars, I think he said. You have to free them up quite a bit more. But I was talking to some people, they were running like a 3 or running a 4 here. So if you're running much higher than that, the wear here will kill you, and you're gonna start getting loose off the corner really, really fast.
Yeah, Master Killer's out there in chat saying, "Go Ingles!" So the Ingles crowd coming in full force.
Yeah, Master Killer, I tell you what, he's been fun to watch. You know, started out watching our streams and you know, talk with us and whatnot, and now he's actually in NNR. We're talking about him, you know, every week. So, Master Killer, man, we definitely appreciate you. Thanks for sticking with us, man.
Oh, without a doubt.
Man, these views coming off the corners with these guys, HD, it's phenomenal to just watch them and see how they're able to hold the cars too wide through these corners. One up high, one down low. The one down low not able to get in the throttle because he's pretty much getting almost pinched down without really even the guy on the outside doing it on purpose. It's just the lines here at Bristol can be really, really sensitive depending on how your car's set up.
And don't hold your breath, though, Pete, because while we were talking about everything else, I think CJ Rhodes is now your race leader. He's in front of Banner there. Banner back to P2. Looks like that 42 of Amore Smoke sitting P3. Haven't really talked about Amore all night long, but here he is in stage 2, methodically again, working his way towards the front like you expect.
Oh, yeah, and he said he was really, really going to struggle here. Anytime he says that, I almost take that with a grain of salt anymore, because you never know when he's bluffing, you know, if he's actually got an ace up his sleeve or not, if he's saying that so the rest of the field will relax, or maybe work harder and throw their what could be a good setup out of whack, trying to, you know, get in. It could just all be about Amore trying to get into his competition's head, and he's actually really good at that.
I guarantee that's exactly what it is. You know, we've all known Amore Smoke for a long time. He's arguably the best in the league. So, I mean, it's all smoke. It's all smoking game. That's like
I tell you, all smoking games. Something that he's done that's actually really impressed me. I used to race with Amore in a setup league going years back, and I've watched him in eSpark, also right along with Stout Whiskey, and I've been really surprised by the way they've been able to get in there and handle themselves in one of what is now the top setup leagues, also right here on Xbox. So you call those races every week with Zane the Bearded One. I'm sure you had to be just as impressed with Amore and Stout and Smitty and a couple others.
Without a doubt. I mean, you know, them guys making that jump to setup, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to make a jump. Actually, no, I take that back. It's a lot easier to go from default to setups and then setups to default, because default is so tight. As we got the 24 Koei here spinning down a backstretch, it shouldn't bring out a caution, I do not think, as he's still down below the racing groove, as CJ Rhodes is starting to grow his race lead. He's got about a 10 car length lead on that 47, a Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer under a little bit of pressure from the 36 of Banner. But think about what you're saying, Pete. I am surprised. I mean, More Smoke, he's a talented driver. We see it every single week. But two drivers, Smitty and Stout, you know, they actually really are starting to become their own in the default world. Like, yes, they're good, but from where they were at last year to where they are this year is phenomenal. They are making huge jumps, leaps, and bounds on the progress they have made.
Oh yeah, I mean, Smitty, he did win the what was it? It was either the Xfinity or Truck Series Championship. I can't remember right now, but yeah, he's been great. There was a lot of change last year in NNR, but that's not to take anything away from Aviator for winning the Cup Series, for Watt Racing winning the trucks, and Smitty winning the Xfinity. That's what it was. As we got a big pile up, and here's the caution.
Caution is out. It's just a tough track, honestly. I mean,
Oh yeah, Bristol is a very tough track. It's a self-cleaning track for the most part. Unless you're really getting loose, getting into a corner, you're not really going to wash back up on the track all that often. So any of these issues are mostly maybe somebody getting back up on track and somebody kind of clipping them or something. But man, so far these guys have really been putting on a show.
oh no, they've been doing a hell of a job.
HD, bring your sights to the front, sir.
What am I bringing? Oh, yep, there's that 95 of James Kamal. Your race leader with that HD Motorsports in the Bear, number 95 NASCAR Heat Pro League car. But it's CJMX Rose with the last lap there with the power move. And there's that 95 spinning out down into turn 3, looking like me.
I think we might have just brought the camera jinx to Kamal, and he's not going to be happy later. I could just imagine what he's saying right now in chat. I'm so sorry, Kamal. But hey, the 20's been able to keep going. We stayed green. He's got the 42 of Amore Smoke hot on his trail, and here comes the 5 of Moordog and the 36 of Boehner. That's your top 4 right now. It looks like that might be, I'm not quite sure who that is right there sitting in P5, but he's got a beat on this front pack here.
Yeah, I mean, and right behind Banner, though, yeah, look at this 4 of Natty Dread. There's a side-by-side action between the 48 of the Aviator and the 11 of Ingalls. That's going to be a pretty good battle with the 2 of Stout Whiskey right behind these guys.
Tell you what, the 4 of you just mentioned, I'm sorry.
Natty Dread.
Natty Dread, there we go. He's surprising me. Look at him sitting top 5. You know, he mentioned the other day that usually he's the guy in the way. Well, you know what? Tonight he's the one pulling the rest of the field behind him. So great run by Natty. Sitting right here with 36. He's proven that he can lead. Moordog's proven that he can lead. Here's the 48.
Oh, the 20 of CJMX Rose. I don't want to cut you off. Got loose or something, got caught up. New race leader is going to be the 42 of Amore Smoke. CJMX Rose drops back to 3rd.
Yeah, it looked like CJMX Rose just planted that 95 into the inside wall. I got that just as I was switching the cameras. But it looks like we're going to stay green because it did happen off the racing surface. So Amore Smoke has got a very healthy lead right now. Looks like Moordog and a bunch of these others are in your hornet's nest, trying to sort themselves back out after having to check up for those guys. So big change right now for the 42. He went from mid-pack to leading, and he's got to try to just now hold on to it.
Well, one thing you guys want to see is that 20 car of CJMX Rose. Now he's up to 2nd place, starting to pull away from 3rd. As there's a battle going on for 3rd place. The 48 of the Aviators down low underneath the 5 of Moordog. 2 Stout Whiskey's going to try and follow it as a 48 with a power move down the backstretch out of turn 2.
Yeah, 48, but here's the 2. The 36 and the 5 are battling hard side by side with the, I think that was the 6 of Heated Snowman right behind them. I'm trying to check in on Carroll's stream. This is the end, we're coming to the end of Stage 2 HD, 1 lap to go.
All right, 1 lap to go. Looks like that 42 of Amore Smoke's going to lap that up. Yep, they're done right now. Amore Smoke's going to win stage number 2. CJMX Rose P2. 48 the Aviator P3. 2 Stout Whiskey's P4. And it looks like that 36 Banner going to round out your top 5.
And Banner's still putting on a great show here tonight, HD. He told me he was going to be fast. So he said, if you see me up front, excuse me again, if you see me up front, I have not been lapped. He put that in big, bold cap letters. So he knew he was going to be strong here tonight. And I tell you what, I was watching a little bit of Carroll's stream just before this came out to kind of get a lap count, and he put a great move on the 8 of Smitty. So Carroll looks like he might have been on the move here.
Yeah, about to go green here at Bristol in the final stage. 36, the Banner is going to be a race leader. On the outside, it is going to be the 42 of a More Smoke. 20, a CGMX Rose sitting P3. The 2, a Stout Whiskey in P4 as Mordog rounds out the top 5 as they're still side by side for the race lead down the front stretch.
And I tell you what, the 42 of More Smoke really cut a lot of slack to that 36 of Boehner. Boehner's really having to woe that car up. I don't think he's able to get into the corner the way that he wants to. He's being a little cautious. That way, when he does get into the corner, he doesn't go up the track and get into these guys. Again, trying to earn the respect of the guys that have raced in the Cup Series for a couple of years now, saying, "Hey, I'm here. I can race with you. We can run side by side. Don't worry about me. Just run your own race." And those guys were able to get by him cleanly. As now the 36 of Boehner is little competition now coming from the 2-car Stout Whiskey with the 48 of the Aviator right behind him.
Yeah, Stout Whiskey going on the outside. He should clear that 36 down into turn 1. Yep, he's got him clear. 48 probably going to clear him off with turn 2. Only question is, can he slide up in front of the 5 of Mordog? He completes that, so Boehner's going to hold on to the top 5 for a moment. And Pete, they're 3 wide back there behind that 11 of Ingels, beating and banging all the way down the front stretch.
Yeah, there was a beating and banging. I tell you what, it looks like it was a wreck in progress, but these guys were able to hold on to it. They keep the cars pointing in the right direction. They're still digging. We're in the first few laps of stage 3, so these guys are clicking them off. You figure they're running laps in 15 or 16 seconds. It's not going to take them long to complete 250 laps here, HD.
Oh, not at all. I mean, we're already in stage 3. I feel like we just started this race a minute ago, but CGMX Rose under heavy pressure from the 2 of Stout Whiskey. 2 of Stout Whiskey with the P2, followed by that 48 of the Aviator. Don't know what's going on with the 20 of CGMX Rose, but he is falling back.
Yeah, Rose is falling back. He's back into the clutches of that 36 of Boehner, and right behind Boehner is Mordog. So Mordog is second race in NNR. He's holding on to a top 5. He realizes the competition that he's in. We're gonna have to wait to see if he's able to sniff that lead like he did in the Truck Series on Sunday night. But he was very impressive then.
Yeah, I mean, Mordog's showing his worth here in NNR. He's like, yeah, guys, I can still do this. I can still do the default stuff. I'm not just a custom guy. I know how to run this. But look behind that 5 car. That's going to be the 00 of Augustus, followed by that 21 of JCX12. Augustus, again, one of those lower series drivers making a name for himself in the Cup Series. As it looks like we got a caution out yet again.
Yeah, caution's out, and I'm actually going to take a second during this caution. Guys, if you're watching this now or watching it later, please head on over to nnrleague.com. If you're interested in the series, please, fill out your information. Also, visit our store. Koei has taken a lot of time and built up a catalog that you can actually purchase from. If you need a hoodie, you need a clock, you need golf balls, if you need stickers, pillows, t-shirts, polos, keychains, if anything you need, it's there. Go ahead and go take a look. Hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Be sure to catch us anytime we go green, whether it's with the trucks on Sunday, Xfinity on Tuesday. Normally I'm over with HD on his YouTube channel, but due to some technical difficulties, we're here tonight as we go back green with the 9 of Carroll taking them green.
And there he is, my race pick. Let's see what he's got up here. He's gonna lead a lap here without a doubt as they go down to turn 3. JCX12 on the outside of him. Carroll to the race lead here at Bristol.
Yeah, Carroll will lead. There's the 21 high to the outside. Big battle right now between the 20 and 42. They've door banked quite a bit going into and coming off the corner. The 42 is up high. He's really pinching that 20 low. He does not want this 20 to get anywhere close to the lead, because anytime he's been up there, he's been able to check out, just like the 42 was able to do just a minute ago when he had that clean air.
I like the move with the 20 as CGMX Rose does. He's not trying to go to the outside. He's actually trying to use that 21 car as a pick. That 21 car's got a little bit older tires, hits up into the wall there. CJ Max Rose on the apron, but he should clear him coming down into turn 3.
Yeah, he's gonna clear him going into 3. 21 really tried to keep himself on that top line, but he definitely took a little bumper music from the 20 and from the 42 of a more smoke. Oh, I think we're gonna have a wreck on that backstretch, HD. This is gonna bring out a caution.
There's a big one. Yeah, that's definitely a round of caution as there's 5 cars out on the inside wall. It is all jammed up, looking like I-95 in rush hour traffic.
Oh, but look at this, Carroll. Won the Xfinity race on Tuesday night. Here he is now leading. I'll actually go ahead and pull up his stream. I know we're nowhere near done, but I'll get us a lap count and see what he's thinking as far as pitting or not. It looks like he is actually going to go ahead and pit. He's taking 2 cans of fuel. It looks like off 4 tires. He's going to try to prepare himself. They've got 102 laps left, or 102 laps to go. So after the caution, I'm going to guess right around 99.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, just winging it, right?
Winging it, my middle name basically.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Now it looks like it's going to be the 20 of Rose back up front, the 42 of a more smoke, the 5 car of More Dog with the 2 of Stout Whiskey. That's your top 4 right now.
And a 00 of Laguna is going to be right behind him as CJ Max Rose at 20 is going to regain the race lead, but the 42 is hot on his tail as they come down the front stretch.
Yep, I'm going to kind of work my way back through the field. I was on the staying on the 20 there a little bit. Back with the 47 Sledgehammer right behind the 5 car on More Dog. More Dog's kind of grabbing the tail of that 2. Going to try to give him a little bit of a shove. 47 is going to duck down or try to duck down under the 5. There's, like you just said, the 00 of Augustus, and it looks like your top 6 is going to start pulling away a little bit.
Yeah, 20 as CJ Max Rose was under just a little bit of pressure. 5 is going to tap the outside wall, come down the front stretch, but nothing too serious. But behind these guys, Pete, they are beating them, banging like it's nobody's business. It's like we're watching UFC 3 back there. Conor McGregor versus Cowboy at Bristol, baby. Good Lord almighty.
Instead of Hell in a Cell, it's rolling the Thunder. I don't know, man. It's man.
Coliseum.
Yeah, rolling the Coliseum. Gladiators duking it out. But man, I got nothing. I got nothing. Still working my way through the field. I'm actually on the bumper of the 5 of More Dog, trying to track back down that 42 of a More Smoke. More again, he didn't think he was really going to have a car, but here he is. He always figures out a way to make his way towards the front. I guess that's why he's got a pretty healthy points lead over the rest of the series right now.
Whenever Moore said he doesn't have a car, he's lying. But Stout Whiskey's actually moved his way up to P2, and he's right on the bumper of this 20 car. CJ Max Rose is looking low down the front stretch. Stout Whiskey looking to apply a little bit of pressure.
Yes, that was going to try to grab that low line. He's gotten a little bit of a gap between himself and Amore. He knows that he can take a chance right now to really race this 20 while the tires are still somewhat fresh. And it looks like caution's out.
I think CJ Max Rose is actually a little happy to see that caution because Stout Whiskey is moving. I really think the custom setups are helping Stout. He's able to control a little bit of looser car now, and it's showing here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's anytime you're able to work yourself into dealing with a harder to handle car, it's gonna better your overall reflexes. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think those eSpark races that he's been running, dealing with a tail happy car, absolutely help him in maybe working on a higher preset where some of these guys are still running it a little on the safe side, we'll say.
Yeah, Nice just popped the line. I don't know if he lagged out or not. That's a tough break if he did.
Yeah, I saw the 95 of Kamal. He's on pit road, so I'm going to guess next time we cycle through the cameras, we might see that 12. I hope not, but hey, we'll have to see.
Yeah, new race leader. Looks like it's going to be the 35 of Dan, the lawman out here with the 4 Natty Dreddy on the outside. He's going to get split 3 wide there for a minute. CJMX Rose now looking to put some pressure on the 4 with the 2 of Stout Whiskey in 3rd.
Yeah, Stout Whiskey right there in 3rd. Big battle behind them. Dan the Lawman got sent to the apron as a couple of the guys were able to get by him. Definitely some doors banging between the 3, but man, Dan the Lawman started up front. I'm going to guess he didn't hit that second A to pit, and these guys really just showed him the error of his ways.
Trying to play a little strategy. I mean, if you get about a 15-lap green run flag, like run, right? You do this, that happens, everybody's pitting then, and if you can maintain your position or at least a top 5 to probably where he was, good call.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that, but that's why you're the man. I'm still just a Padawan.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Come on now. All right. You know what, and I'm going to take another second here, HD. Everybody that's in chat, please express a big happy birthday to this one and only gentleman racer. Celebrated his 109th birthday just the other day. It was actually during our Xfinity race, so again, buddy, happy birthday.
Thank you. A little late now, don't wish me a happy birthday. Catch me next year.
I may forget in 363 days.
This 2 of Stout Whiskey is really impressive right
Yeah,
now.
you know, he's really been able to hold on to onto the 20 of CJMX Rose. The 2 of them have been able to distance themselves as they did before, just before that caution, from the 42 of Amore Smoke. He's not quite running the same line, so it looks like if there is any kind of a dirty air issue between the 2 and the 20, it's not really showing up. He looks like he's really diamonding out that corner and getting a pretty good run off. That seems like it's how he's been able to catch the 20. Now he's starting to run the same line as the 20. He's starting to fall back here just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, and as the run goes on, I mean, who knows, maybe that's when the 20 car really comes in. Maybe he was banking on, to get some green flag pit stops tonight, but it just really hasn't happened as of yet.
No, I'm actually back here a little bit further back in the field. Want to see how things were shaking out there. I caught up with the 21 of JCX12 with the 11 of Ingals to his outside, and Carroll is right behind these 2. With Augustus just a little bit further back, but the 21 has the 1 of God Power. I haven't really talked about God Power much here lately at all. Haven't really gotten a chance to talk to him in parties during the week. He's been just kind of quietly going about his season, but still sitting pretty good in points. Maybe just trying to fly under that radar a little bit.
You say that, yeah. I mean, beginning of the season, we're mentioning him left and right up there racing for the lead. But yeah, I mean, maybe he's just trying to stay consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is what wins the championship.
Yeah, and you always fall back on races like this where it's really all about the rhythm and making the best out of any situation that you've got to walk away with max points at the end of the night.
Yeah, but get up in the race lead. Here's Stout Whiskey looking low. Down in turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4. This time they're side by side coming out of turn 4. Stout Whiskey looking for the race lead. Down into turn 1.
Yeah, I was checking to see if the 20 of Rose was maybe going to pinch the 2 down, but he didn't. He actually gave him a lot of room, a lot of respect between these guys. 20 is getting a great run off that high side. The 2 is really kind of limited to how much throttle he can get down, so he doesn't go wash up too high into the 20. 20's been able to retain the lead off that high side momentum.
Yeah, 20 regained it that time, was able to keep it, but the 2 is still lurking there on the inside. 2 off the corner, this time by down a backstretch, still side by side. Pete, what a race.
Side by side,
Caution's
and
out.
there's the caution. Yep, and it looks like Match Killer saying Jose in that 43 went around. I'm guessing by your comment there, Bristol is not your one of your favorite tracks. It broke a top 10 streak you had going on at some point, but like I was just saying, it really all depends on what you make out of that situation. Yeah, it might have broken your top 10 streak, but where were you in points before that? If you were running consistent top 10s and maybe your league follows the same as the NASCAR schedule, you're probably doing pretty good if you're running consistent top 10s up to then.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 of Stout Whiskey was actually able to get that race lead before the caution came out. So the 20 of CGMX Rose on the outside, 00 of Augustus, sitting P3 with the 42 of more smoke on the outside of him. CGMX Rose, though, looking to dive it, baby, with the crossover off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Stout Whiskey is there to close the door.
Yeah, Stout was there to close the door. It gave him sole position of P1. The 20 hasn't been able to pull up alongside to really battle him for the position just yet. Behind these 2, you got the 42 of Amore Smoke, 48 of the Aviator, 00 old buckshot numbers for Augustus. There's the 5 of Mordog behind them, and behind them it is a gaggle of side-by-side. Great racing.
Tell you what, man, I'm liking Stout Whiskey's chances. He's really impressed me so far tonight.
Yes, Stout, he's been great all season. He's been close a few times. Last year, I was just talking about the one of God Power flying under the radar. Last year, Stout kind of did that. He clicked off a bunch of top 5s, landed in the booth quite a few times with us, and this year he's making a little bit more noise, getting involved in more than just NNR. You're kind of broadening his horizons, sharpening his skills. Here he is leading the Cup Series on Thursday night with NNR, and yeah, he's showing that, hey, I can handle whatever you throw at me.
And there's a 00 though. He's gonna get by that 20 of CJ. CGMX Rose really seems to struggle in the early goings.
Yeah, but then that long run car kind of comes in for him, and he's great. And then if he gets to that clean air, he's even better. So I'm sure we'll see that 20 up towards the front again before the end of this race. Speaking on the end of this race, since we've had a couple cautions since the last time I checked, we'll go ahead and pull up either Carroll or Amore's stream, get us a lap count. Let's take a look. Right now, Carroll is running P7. In front of him, you got the 00 of Augustus, the 21 of JCX12. Carroll again sitting P7. God Power in P8. The 20 of CGMX Rose, you just mentioned how he's kind of falling back a little bit, and we've got 55 laps to go.
That's going to go by a blink of an eye, man. It was, 250 laps we started. It felt like about 20 minutes ago when we started calling the race, but up there in the race lead is going to be the 2 of Stout Whiskey with about a 7-car length race lead. And, guys, we heard it earlier. People are talking about, is Carroll's going to get the win? Are you going to Matt DiBenedetto him? Are you going to be the Denny Hamlin? Are you going to move him out of the way for that race win? Well, someone move Stout Whiskey, man. Stout Whiskey, at least in my time of calling races, hasn't won it. He's got a couple of top 3s. I would love to broadcast him, interview him, once this thing is said and done as a race winner.
It's absolutely possible. It looks like we're starting with some green flag pit stops, maybe. I just saw one car pull down. Maybe he's thinking or knows that he'd be able to make it from here to the end if we go green. Will he get in, get some tires, make up some time on these front runners? If that works out, They are starting to get a little separated.
If that's what he's thinking, I'm firing his crew chief, because that is a terrible idea.
I can only imagine what happens in these drivers' head. Just kind of the first thought that comes to mind, but still, you know, that 2 is Stout Whiskey leading a more smoke around. You got the 48 of the Aviator right now sitting P3. Gonna kind of look back. 00 of Augustus, 5 of Mordog, and a bright purple car back there. I'm not quite sure who that is just yet. To the outside of Mordog, and then there's the 9 of Carroll. He's still hunting down that top 5.
Ooh, yeah, there goes the 6 of the Heated Snowman. He's gonna sneak by Carroll. But yeah, Carroll's gonna drop back to P8. He was trying to get to the outside of Mordog. Wasn't quite able to get the run off the corner. It was a good checkup by him. He would have smacked the wall. Maybe moved it a couple inches out farther. A lot of guys might have appreciated that. But Carroll's driving smart, man, and sitting in the top 10.
Yeah, yep. It's gonna be an overall great night for Carroll if he's able to keep up with what he's doing. You know, the Xfinity win that he had the other night. His truck, he said, was better than how he finished, and based on how he's running tonight and where he finished in Xfinity, I don't doubt that one bit. Carroll's really racing hard. He's racing smart, running his line the best that he can, trying to keep out of trouble, keep the nose on the car. Maybe a little bit better than Mordog is right now. Mordog looks like he's got a little bit of damage to the front of that thing. As you see, the 6 of Heated Snowman cut right in front of the 9 just as the 5 car got by. But yeah, great battle back here for 6th, 7th, and 8th, we'll just say.
Yeah, CJ Rose is still. That's terrible. Still dropping like a rock, because we got a wreck going down the back stretch. Looks like the 43 of Jose able to get it together. Caution actually, I don't know if it's out. That car kind of acted a little weird. But yeah, CJ Rose is dropping behind the 88 of Dohar at the moment.
Yes, CJ Rose trying to actually get right back up to him. You saw Knights pop back online. I'm glad to say that he is actually still on track. He's right behind the 19 of Stryker and the 35 of Dan the Lawnman. So glad to see that he didn't lag out. As looks like the 88 of Dohar and Rose are kind of nose to tail. They've got the 62 of Soroka up in front of them, and someone just got loose and went head first into the inside wall.
That's not good.
No, definitely not good. Not good for the Arrow whatsoever. Kind of catch back up. Here's the 37 of Pro Viper, right behind the 42 of Memore Smoker. The 2 is Stout Whiskey. Looks like Smoke has been able to really run down and track back in the 42. Moore's up on the high line, and cars are coming out of pit road. I really think that the 2 is Stout Whiskey might have had to check up there just a little bit by that car coming out of the pits. Might have you know, had to pull some kind of evasive maneuver so he didn't get caught up in that. But that's going to relegate the 2 back to at least 3rd place.
Yeah, you hate to see that. I mean, it's just a big check. I think the 37's a lap down.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking the same thing.
Caution's out, though.
Yep, yeah, it looks like Dan the Lawnman might have had something to do with that. Not entirely sure. He was really, really slow pulling back up on the track right there. Yeah, talking about how fast this is going by. We've been on the air now for an hour and 11 minutes, and we're talking about the last 40 laps of the race. I mean, that's insanely fast, HD.
It's moving.
Oh, yeah. Well, these guys are moving. They're putting on a really great show. I'm going to go ahead and get back to a stream here, get us an actual lap count. It looks like Carroll is sitting P7 right behind the 5 of Mordog. And as they come across the line, I'll get us a lap count. But between now and then, we're back green. Looks like the 4 of Natty Dread is going to go ahead and take the lead. 22 of J-Paw was to his outside. They're big gaggle up front, whole lot going on. A lot of contact. 4 is actually going to be able to retain or keep the lead. Heading into 3 and 4, he's going to lead this lap. 42 of More Smoke down low. 2 cars Stout Whiskey up high. There's the double O of Augustus with the 6 car Heated Snowman running these guys down.
Yeah, 42.
Nope, I'm sorry, that's not the 6. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, 42 actually currently sitting P2 behind that 4-car Natty Dread as he dives it down into the corner. Gonna go side by side, but Natty holding strong up there. He's gonna clear him down the backstretch.
Yeah, we got 30 laps to go. So all these guys can make it on fuel. They can make it on tires. Tires are going to be very, very worn if they try to go the length of the race. I don't know if I would do it, but hey, it's really going to depend on what the circumstances are if another caution flies within the next 29 laps. Stout Whiskey is really putting a lot of contact to the back bumper of that 4. He's able to roll the center and off a little bit better than Natty can. As a great battle, or great challenge, I should say, by the 42 of More Smoke. The 2 is going to give the 42 a big shove. 4 car is going to be stuck to the outside. 2 car is going to be able to give the 42 another shot. That's going to push the 42 to the lead. Here comes the 2 underneath him. He's going to try to take that back from him. A lot of competition up here.
Yeah, he's trying to complete a slide job right there. Autumn Moore coming out of that corner down the backstretch. Wasn't quite clear just yet, but that time by down the backstretch, if it was the start finish, that 2, baby, got it this time. Here he goes, Stout Whiskey.
Stout Whiskey to the lead. 4-car Natty Dread in 3rd. Got the double O, I think that still was. I'm kind of going to change up the cameras here just a little bit. No, that was the 48 Ally machine of Aviator, I think, or is that JCX12? I'm working through.
That's JCX12.
Yeah. Great run by JC. Again, his top 3 race the other night was no fluke. A little bit of lag right there between the leaders, but everything sorted out. We're gonna keep it green.
Yeah, it's gonna stay green. But there's, good Lord, they're all over the place back there, beating and banging. That is one thing I do like the improvement is it. And this JCX12 here looking to the outside of More Smoke. Down into turn 1, he's going to tap the wall, but we know it. That actually is going to help him there just a bit. He's going to stay door to door down into turn 3. Possibly going to clear him off of turn 4. Here he is, JCX12 up the P2.
Pull that power move along the outside. He's going to go ahead and now try to track down the 2 cars Stout Whiskey. JC's obviously got off a great hot rod tonight. If he's able to pull that power move to the outside of the 42, where the 42 has been really strong all the way around the track, you know that he's not just going to give that position up to a competitor, to his competition. JC's really been coming on here a lot lately. Let's see if he's able to run down that 2. I don't know if he'll have enough time to do it. It really all depends on whether the 2 car Stout Whiskey's built for the long run, or if he's just got that short run car, maybe thinking there are going to be a lot of cautions tonight. Going to have to keep an eye on that, but still great run tonight by the 21.
And 21's actually going to drive away from the 42. Possibly going to catch that 2 there just a bit. If we can get a lap count, good Lord, we got to be coming to the end.
Yep, I can absolutely pull up Moore's feed this time, and looks like he's got about 26 laps in the tank. So fuel again is no concern whatsoever. You're saving all kinds of fuel. You can actually complete a whole stage on it. We've got 15 to go, HD. They're clicking them off.
Yeah, 15 to go. The question is, can Stout hold on to this race lead? I really do hope he can. But that 21 of JCX12 wants a date in the booth as well as the race winner. 5 car lengths separated them.
I tell you what, he is really getting into the corner and off very, very well. As we just saw some contact between the 22 and the 4, I think that was of Natty Dread. And so far, so good. The caution has not come out, and there it is. So the Stout did not want to see that. He saw the 21 of JCX really moving up on him. He knows that he's got a great piece under him. Now, HD, when we go back green, we're going to go back green with 10 to go. Do you pit right now?
If you're Stout Whiskey, no. Not at all. Not with 10 to go. Once you go, actually get going, it's probably going to be about 8 to 7 to go. I think you got to stay out. Really, honestly, I think top 5 stays out. If you're outside the top 5, I think that's when you pit.
So kind of the old issue that real drivers and crew chiefs have. You know, you stay out. Everybody else behind is able to see what you're going to do, whether you're pitting or not, and they do just the opposite. So, yep, you called it. Looks like the 20. No, my cameras are all.
Oh, there's the 9 of Carroll.
Yep.
9 of Carroll stayed as well with the 40 of Outlaw. So there's a lot of big change-ups. There's the 2 of Stout Whiskey towards the back of the pack. I don't know if I would have pit, but that 21 of JCX 12 still in the race lead. Carroll battling for second, excuse me.
Yeah, JC, he just rocketed through that corner, really dusted the 42. Here's the 9, the 40, really doing a big lot of banging right there.
Yeah, but here comes Stout Whiskey, though. Stout Whiskey up to 3rd. He's got them fresh tires, but laps are running out. Here he is. Can he catch him? Stout Whiskey is moving his way up through the pack. He's got a hungry wounded gazelle up here. Stout Whiskey is the wolf.
Oh, yeah, Stout is absolutely tracking him down. 21's really going to have to run that high line. He's made a little bit of contact with the wall. Stout Whiskey to the lead.
Yeah, the wolf has accomplished the mission. He just needs it to go green. Stout Whiskey looking at to be a race winner.
Gonna kind of drop back here. I went back too far. There we go. Now I'm on the hood now of that 2-car Stout Whiskey. Got the 21 behind him, and I also see the 9 of Carroll. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Carroll's street. We've got to be really running him down right now. It looks like as he comes across that start finish line, there's 4 laps remaining, HD. So Stout has this well in hand.
2 to 3 now, and yeah, no one's even going to be in contention on being able to contend to beat them, as there might be a wreck down the backstretch. Not quite sure just yet. They hold it together. White flag might be in the air this time, I'd imagine. Carroll's stream is a little delayed, streaming from the Xbox, but we're looking at it, ladies and gentlemen. Stout Whiskey is going to get it done, baby.
Excuse me. Yeah, Stout is. I mean, he's picking them up,
it's done.
These laps up, and
Stout
there it
Whiskey,
is.
Your race winner at Bristol.
In dog fashion. Wow. What do you say about that performance? Up front, fell back a little bit, drove his way to the front. Your top 3 is going to be Stout Whiskey. I believe I saw Sledgehammer there as soon as Carroll scrolls back up again. Here we go. He's getting back up. It's Stout Whiskey, Smitty, and come on, Carroll, quit playing with your roster. I think it was Sledgehammer. Not 100% sure. He's probably getting his pictures for the points. But yeah, we'll grade our top 3 from the booth.
To the booth.
To the booth. Great run. Great run.
All
right, so let's bring it on back. Phenomenal race.
So the fastest lap too, baby, is what I'm talking about.
Hey, if you're gonna win, you're gonna win with the fastest car. That's what you'd prefer anyway. All right, so Looks like we've got our winner, Stout Whiskey, here in the booth. We will absolutely get to you here in just a second. I know I saw Smitty and Sledgehammer. Were you P2 or P3?
Depends who you're talking to.
You, Sledgehammer.
Third.
Third, okay. So was it Smitty, or Sledgehammer, Smitty, and Stout?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, HD, do you want to take the honors, or you want me to go first?
You can go.
All right, Sledgehammer, I know you got me. Man, we saw you back and forth. You had a great qualifying session, a little bit of contact here and there, but all in all, you were able to bring it home with a great points night. Were you among those that pit in the last and really put those tires to work? Or tell us about your race, man.
Oh, yeah, I pitted there at the last caution. I had to, and it really worked well. There was a few guys that stayed out, and I buy them like nothing. Yeah, really good qualifying effort, too. I think Rose started out with a tighter preset, so I was able to get by him, lead for a little bit. And then it was really hard to pass tonight. So once you got back in the pack, for a while, it was just hard to get back up there. So had to do something different than everyone else, and was able to hold on there during that chaos last for the P3. Man,
great job. It's going to be, like I just mentioned a minute ago, it's going to be a great points night for you. Any shout-outs for your competition to be able to get it done like that at Bristol? Any shout-out to friends, competition, anything at all, sir?
First, got to give a shout out with team owner. He's been working hard for the win, so congrats to him. He earned it tonight. Got to thank all the admins, everyone who puts on NNR, UNHD for broadcast. Yeah.
Well, man, we definitely appreciate you as well, and the show that you put on with the rest of these guys. HD, you got Smitty.
Smitty, man, Heat 4 has been treating you well. Another top 3. How's it feel?
Feels really good, man. Feels really good.
So take me through your race.
Well, we didn't crack the top 10 until about that last caution, so we're riding about 12th to 18th the whole race. Just stuck behind people. Didn't want to use the front bumper, but just rode there. And then that caution came out, and luckily I got the outside line with 4 freshies and capitalized.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you have 4 freshies on that last green flag little run there? I mean, we saw Stout Whiskey just rocket up through the field. I'll admit, I said that was a terrible call from his camp. Well, I proved me wrong because he got first and you got really up to second. So good run by you, man. Would you like to throw any shout-outs out?
I'd like to thank NNR for what they do. I'd like to shout out to Stout. He's a god. Congrats on his win. Of course, I'd like to thank my sponsors, of course, Bass Pro Shops, Caterpillar, the official drink of NNR Smitty, Dr. Pepper. I'm proud to have a second place finish, but I want another win soon.
Let me ask you, after you saying that, would you have moved Stout Whiskey out of the way for that race win?
I would have rattled his cage.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, for Smitty, man. Again, brother, keep it up. You're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Pete.
All right, Stout, you got me, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Stout, it's been a great season for you so far, man. You've been picking them up, laying them down. I've been watching this ticker on the bottom of the broadcast. Was going to refamiliarize myself where you sit in points. It's been a pretty good season for you so far. You are now locked in Chase. You're locked into the All-Star race, if I'm not mistaken. You're actually sitting right behind Ingalls, 85 points behind the overall leader, Amor. So this is going to be a great points night for you. Tell us, how did you come across this setup that allowed you to not only stay up front all night long, but rock it away at the end of the race?
Well, to be honest, I practice a lot with the guys. I always like to try to jump in and see what other guys are doing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be exposed here, but I kind of lay back sometimes when we're in practice lobbies, just not showing my hand.
Sandbagging a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I knew I had a good piece tonight. I gotta give a shout out to my crew chief. He's on a 1 week ban this week, but NNR Rowdy, you the goat ninja. Um, he helped me with this. I usually I'm a one man band. I prefer to just be by myself and create my own stuff. But I love Poopy to death. He's one of my good friends, and this was his piece, and we parked it.
Well, you definitely did him proud then. He was in the stream earlier. Rowdy, if you're still there, great job. As you just heard from Stout, he absolutely appreciates it. Any shout outs, sir?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my dad, of course. You guys know that my dad's been going through some hard times. Anybody remembers the Phoenix race? He actually had a stent moved a couple days ago, man, and he's feeling a lot better. He's able to eat. So, Daddy-O, this is for you, man. I know you're loving it. Just give a shout out to just all the guys I race with. We really have a that enjoy being around each other for the most part. Love racing each other, love goofing off, and honestly, I think that camaraderie is why our league is sets the bar every week. And of course, what Coey does, having two badass dudes that definitely helps. So it's just this is awesome, man. I gotta thank my teammates. We shuffled up our team this week. And I miss the guys that's not with us, but I'm looking forward to moving forward with who's on board, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it will be. And you kind of touched on that a little bit. I don't, to be 100% honest with you, Stout, I don't even like calling what we've got here a league. We're more of a community. We get together, we go to races, we hang out, we talk. We don't just show up on a Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday night to race, and then everybody's off on their own. We're normally together throughout the week. We're hanging out, cutting up, joking. I mean, this is a great group, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, I totally, I do. I really like these guys. And I'm gonna say something too, man. This is my first league win in over 2 years. It's been a long time coming. I've kept my head down. Kept plugging away, trying to get faster. I was able to get a wheel back this year for the first time in 3 years. Definitely thinks that helps. So anybody that's looking to a wheel, I mean, it definitely hones your craft, and then attack whatever track you're going to. But this is special, man. I'm gonna go shotgun a beer, and I'll post it on the NNR page so everybody can check it out.
There you go, man.
Stout, you don't get to leave just yet. You crazy bastard.
Oh yeah, I gotta say something to you too, HD, because I heard that you doubted me pitting there.
Oh, I did. I doubted you 110%.
But if you guys watched the last 80 laps, man, I was really fast for about 35 laps, and then I fell off.
Yeah, but it was like 10 laps to go. I was banking on it like.
Well, man, I tell you what, dude.
That's besides the fact.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Man, no, hell of a call, dude. I wouldn't have done that, but hey, man, it definitely worked out for you because you won by a mile. I gotta ask you though, with you running the eSpark series, running the custom setups, running a little bit looser, do you think that helped you in your game and your craft basically down here in the default world?
I would say both. In the different arena, I think that running the custom setups definitely helps me over here, and then vice versa, running the presets definitely helps me over there, just because everybody likes to argue which one's better. Both of them to me they're different beasts. Both of them have pros and cons, and hopefully moving forward as a community, we can get on that presets versus custom, blah blah blah. But no, I mean, I think racing against some of those guys, I think it's always good to race against different people. I think it helps, different people who drive harder or smarter, and it's to say that it's not helping me by running that would be a lie.
Gotcha, man. Well, I tell you what, dude, I'm super excited. I mean, I don't people I want to win. You're definitely up there on those one hand digits, I will say, on people I like to see win here in NNR. So congratulations to you, dude. I'm definitely glad that you got it done. I'm glad to hear that your dad's like surgery went well and he's doing a lot better. I'm glad to hear that, man.
Absolutely, and like I said, I appreciate you, Nick. You're a good dude, man.
I try. Some people say I'm good. Some people say I'm not. But I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right. Well, guys.
This is your show, man.
All right. Yeah. I'm so used to Thursday.
Good fucking win, Stout.
Thanks, bro.
Great. Again, yeah, Stout Whiskey, man. Great win. You're locked in, like I said earlier, to the season finale. You will be in the chaser. But for me, guys, I will see you back on Sunday night. Right back here with the truck guys. We're gonna head over to Richmond, so back-to-back short tracks. It's gonna be a grace. I'll announce who will be in the pit with me. Or, I'm sorry, who will be in the booth with me a little bit later on. And then again, Tuesday night, right back here, Xfinity. They'll take on Richmond 1 week from tonight. Cup guys, Richmond. So you've got 6 short track races in a span of 2 weeks. Hopefully that quenches your short track thirst for a while. But for me, for now, I will catch y'all around the track. Have a great night.